most famous MC you never heard of. Iconography. Born in the Natty, over the Rhine, rebirthed in the city where the river runs dry, yet full of water for tears of the broken. Underground railroad and freedom song getting us open. Class politics and Midwest corruption.
Good evening. Welcome to the M3 Entertainment Empire Podcast. I am your host, Mark Octavius Estes, and I have joining me tonight.
I guess I'll go. This is Malcolm Travers, Editor-in-Chief of the Mail Media Mind.
Okay, you got a Twitter handle you want to throw out there?
Oh, yeah. mtravers29 or at Mail Media Mind, because I do our official Twitter. So you can tweet me there.
Okay.
Okay, I guess I'll go next. Or Corey. Okay, go ahead.
Go ahead, Chris.
Okay, I'll go. I am Corey Drummond, aka Cedro. My Twitter handle is Cedro. Instagram, The Real Cedro. I'm just a contributor for tonight. So.
All right, Chris.
And I'm the new guy here. I'm Chris Sutton. I'm the editor-in-chief of the LGBT Update. And my Twitter handle is Impact, N-I-N-P-A-Q. So at Impact.
Okay, and my Twitter handle, which I should have gave when I gave my name, is all one word, The Anticritic. The Anticritic. And let's go ahead and get started. Basically, Mail Media Mind is a grassroots organization dedicated to uplifting and unifying the Black community through dialogue, insight, creativity, and knowledge. And every week we will be discussing Empire, breaking it down to its barest bones and analyzing some of the storylines, future storylines, maybe some of the issues that they bring up each episode, and we will do our best to try to be as entertaining as possible. But that only helps if you guys write in, email us, tell us what you think, and maybe give us suggestions. It's not that many Empire podcasts out there, so we're just trying to get our stake in the game. So feedback is welcome through either Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Google Plus, or just leave us a review in Apple or Podomatic, whichever one. And so let's just go ahead and get down to the nitty gritty. Y'all, that premiere was everything. I mean, it was just too crazy TV. I don't even know where to begin. So what I'm just gonna go do is just give my whole take on the episode as a whole. Basically, I loved it. I had no problems with it. I thought that it was pretty. It kept up. You knew it was some time it went past. Some time it passed. But it wasn't like it just immediately picked up right after Lucius's arrest at the end of last season. Some time had passed. Probably a month or so. Maybe not even a month. Probably a couple of weeks. But a good amount of time has passed. And the cameos, I actually liked the cameos. I thought they were funny. The storylines leading into next week's episode and for the rest of the season, they're pretty hot, you know what I'm saying? So I'm excited. I'm excited for what's going on. What about you, Mal?
Well, yeah, I was going to say I like it for what it is. I admit, to me, I thought it was a little too busy. There's a little too many people popping in and out, and, some of the cameos didn't work. Specifically, Chris Rock is one of my favorite comedians of all time. Miscast, but I was happy to see him. Don Lemon, and, I was just like, what? I don't know. But I always come for Cookie, and Cookie was on top form, so,
Okay. Corey?
Where do I start? I don't know if I enjoyed the first episode. Like Malcolm, I feel like it was quite busy. And I think because of the fact that it was busy, it took away from whatever main storyline seemed to be trying to go on. And then also it didn't feel as I guess it didn't get to that depth that it kind of reached at the end of the first season. So I would imagine that I'll probably, continue to watch to see, hopefully, if it improves and streamlines a little bit. But I wasn't supremely impressed by the premiere.
Okay, Chris.
I kind of agree with both Corey and Malcolm. I enjoyed it. I mean, it's Empire, so it's always over the top and like overly dramatic. But I thought that they tried to kind of handle too much within this premiere. I mean, I'm glad they tied up this whole storyline between Cookie and Chris Rock's character, because it was something that I kind of felt some type of way about in season one, since they never kind of concluded it. But since they kind of tied it up all in this episode, it allows them to kind of move on and not allow that storyline to linger. But I mean, at the same time, like I feel like it's Empire, so I kind of expected it to kind of like be over the top. I think a lot of people already kind of getting into season one expected so much out of this premiere, and it's really hard to top season one of Empire because it was so over the top. And I think that's going to be a big issue with the second season, because now everyone is kind of expecting, basically the whole series to kind of step it up a notch, and it's already at 10. It's like, where do you go beyond that? So, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think it was as impacting, because, again, I think the first season did so much. It was really hard for them to kind of meet those expectations. But at the same time, it kind of gave me what I was expecting at the end of the day. Cookie, everybody acting a fool, all these twists, all this extra drama. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a soap opera. So, yeah.
Okay, James. Oh, we have a new person joining us, James Butler. James, can you introduce yourself and give us your Twitter handle if you have one, or where people can reach you at?
My name is James Butler. I'm part of the Big Boy Project on YouTube. My Twitter, well, we just started Twitter, so ain't really no tweets on here yet. But our Instagram is the Big Boy Fashion and the Big Boy Entertainment. So follow us.
And what's your thoughts on the episode?
I agree. It was a little bit too busy with all the new cameos and everything, but I kind of liked the episode because they were trying to catch up. Make people who trying to watch the show now, like haven't watched the show last season, or trying to get things together. It's like a catch up episode. Like, here's what happened, here's what's going on now kind of episode. So it wasn't impactful. They weren't trying to be impactful. So it's like I said, it was like a catch up episode to me.
Okay. We also have Jeffrey Roman joining us. Jeff, do you have a Twitter handle you want to give out?
Yeah, my Twitter handle is at Southern Boy, and that's BOI09. Oh.
Okay. And do you have what's your thoughts on the episode?
Being someone that did not get to follow Empire as much as I know I would have liked to, I agree with what was just previously said. I felt like I was able to catch up on some things that I might kind of missed very subtly, because I actually went and bought it last week, planning on just really sitting down and catching up on like just some stuff that I knew I had missed. But I thought it was a great episode overall. I mean, it was definitely, I think, for, like you said, the person that has now heard about what this Empire thing is, but didn't necessarily have time to go back and do the follow-up thing.
Okay. Cool. Well, let's go ahead and break down that big jam-packed episode. I mean, I would give a more in-depth review tomorrow night during the M3 Entertainment Hangout, which starts at 9 Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Just tune in to hear us talk about Empire, Screen Queens, and other shows. But let's get back to Empire. Well, let's start with the A storyline, which pretty much is the takeover. I don't know if they had a nickname or something like that, though, but the takeover, which I mean, I was glad. I mean, okay, so this is to break it down. We had Cookie, and Jamal, Andre, the whole Lions family in Empire getting ready to do this. They're doing this concert for Lucius. They got the free Lucius signs all over the place, and but Cookie and Hakeem and Andre had one plan going, while Jamal sitting there thinking, like, just go with Jamal, sitting here thinking that I'm doing this for my father. He was wrongfully, charged for yada yada yada. But we know good and damn well Lucius killed that man. You know what I'm saying? So, but while Lucius is in jail, he kind of spots certain things going on during this concert from his jail, from the prison he was at. Like he noticed that Marissa Tomei's character, I think her name was Mimi, was sneaking in, and he's like, who is this bitch? You know what I'm saying? So, he picked up on a lot of stuff though, but eventually he had, people in the know, probably outside in their midst that who knew what was going on, was feeding them in. So, what did y'all think about that concert? What did y'all think about everything that broke down?
It was going to be epic, of course, because they started out with its epic crowd, its epic everything. Cookie came down with the gorilla outfit, which I I was like, first of all, that had to be a stuntman, because I know that wasn't Taraji P. Henson in that suit to the end of the cage. But I thought that was funny as crap. Poor Jamal just too trusting. He's trying to learn this Empire role, this takeover role, and it's very hard on him. So, but I'm sorry if I'm talking too much. Then tell me to shut up. But when I first with what's Teresa Tomei's character?
Mimi, I believe.
Mimi, she was everything. I thought she was everything. She's flirtatious. She's a billionaire. She don't give a fuck. She just like Cookie. And let's see what else. Lucius. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my thoughts together. Lucius. Of course, he's like, well, Lucius been gonna plan from the beginning. Everybody gonna know that. Lucius gonna plan from the beginning. So when Lucius saw the TV and said, "Oh, that's what you're doing, Cookie. Okay, call the son. Time to get this plan together."
So what about you? Everybody else got anything they want to say?
It was just all those cameos within like the first 5 minutes. Like they went from I think it was like Reverend Al Sharpton. They had old boy from American Next Top Model. They had Don Lemon. They had Swiss Beats, and this is like within the first like 5 minutes. And I was talking about this with somebody else, and they were saying like like last season the show did so well. It was like you had all these kind of like A-list celebrities. Like okay, I got to be on next season, and it's like literally they crammed all these guest spots on within the first 10 minutes. It was like truly overwhelming because it was kind of like. I mean, I get it. Like, people want to be on the show. They want to be featured. But it's like, spread them out a little bit. You got an entire season. You know what I'm saying? You put all these, B-class, C-class celebrities all on in the first 10 minutes, back to back to back to back to back to back to back, So that was kind of crazy. It was hard to kind of really keep up, too. But, yeah.
Okay, Corey?
The openings, it's like it was said previously. It is Empire. It is supposed to be over the top. It is a primetime soap opera, so there's a lot going on. I do know in the off season that they kept making all of these announcements and reports that there were going to be many more, guest appearances by people, and certain people were signing on to be a part of the second season. So I knew it was going to be an overload. I wasn't expecting so much of one in the first episode, but I mean, I thought it was okay for how they tried to incorporate it, in the sense that you had Al Sharpton, you had Andre Leon Talley, you had Swizz Beatz, you had Don Lemon, Marissa Tomei, you got Chris Rock, you got all these people appearing in the first episode. But at least in the beginning, when they kind of gave you this surplus of cameo, they worked it in because it was a big like supporting concert to try and free Lucius. So it wasn't so much that they just kept force feeding you people. They put it in a sort of environment where it would make sense that all these people would be a part of.
I agree.
So even though it was a little extra, it still kind of worked out.
Okay, what about you, Jill?
Well, I mean, I was going to say the same thing. I was
Okay.
surprised that there were so many people in those first few minutes because, like you said, it was turning around. I was like, wait a minute, there's Swiss Beats, there's El Sharpton, there's what all these people that just kind of got thrown into that first couple of minutes of it. I mean, I think it was very ingenious that they made the episode very relevant because of this whole prison reform thing, and they actually kind of added a little bit more realness to it. They just added this whole thing with Lucius and everything, but we know those type of things are already going on around the country. But I mean, it was a little bit overwhelming because it was kind of like, okay, how do I take all this in?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, Malcolm, did you have anything you wanted to say? Guess not.
Sorry, I had myself on mute. No, I'm good. I pretty much. I'm sitting here promoting stuff, so
Okay.
I'm good.
Multitasking.
I'm good.
Okay. But yeah, basically, after we saw all this support behind, the Free Lucius movement, we kind of went into, I guess, like, Cookie talking to Hakeem. It seemed like Cookie and Hakeem are kind of like, they're cool with each other now. They're not at each other's throats and stuff like that. And the Empire is like, Empire Records is doing okay. You know what I'm saying? So, and we kind of see Jamal has taken on that, that monster that that his dad told him to bring out of him. He's taking it on. He's very irritable. He's not the so. He's like he's telling like he's become his dad in almost every sense of the word. But he still has a little bit of soul or heart within. But the only problem is he has not been able to do his true calling, which is music. And he's too busy trying to take over, trying to run this company. So you get that going on. Then you also have the return of Frank. What was his name? Frank or I don't know what the Chris Rock's character, who we was hinted at in the first season. It kind of reminded me of that Martin episode. You know that Martin episode when everybody was like running from this dude's getting out of jail, everybody was freaking out, and then it turns out it was a midget or a little person. So when you finally see Chris, you like, oh, that's what everybody's afraid of.
Yeah.
So you thinking like all these big dudes around here who can sit there and bench press him probably 5 times over, and they're scared of him. They're pushing people out the way. He's coming. So you had all that stuff going on, and I think that Chris Rock, Frank, whatever his name is, storyline was like the B storyline because I kind of felt there was a missed opportunity. I'm gonna get to that a little bit later, but the A storyline was them trying to take over Empire, trying to get Marissa Tomei's character Mimi to help buy the shares and whatnot, and Cookie went as far as pimping out Boo Boo Kitty.
Yes. That was hilarious.
To get the deal going, and so while we sitting there thinking like, okay, she's gonna be the person who gives the money, and they're gonna probably take over, but it's like we all said, it's Empire. Lucius always has the last. He's the last man standing, so he went and did something where I don't know how he got the information, or how he got to Jamal or what. No, he spoke to Jamal in prison, excuse me. But he probably worked up some stuff, and then they turned the tables and then made Cookie, Hakeem, Andre, everybody else like a fool, especially Boo Boo Kitty, Anika, because she slept with the woman and still could not get her to persuade to drop the money, which gave us the best line of the night.
I was about to say, you can't forget the line of the night.
You can't even dyke right.
Right there you go.
But when Mimi turned around that chair, no faces.
Yeah, that was
faces they made. Like, what? And
that was standard.
Look, Lucian got good timing. He got good planning skills and good timing. As soon as she turned around, there go the screen.
Right.
He started laughing straight there. He like, oh, I got y'all. Oh, I got y'all when I get out of jail. I'm going to get you. And turn off the screen. That's all he had to do, laugh.
And I
Yeah.
mean, it was standard soap opera moment. I mean, the
Right.
big chair swirling around. I was like, you know, with all the cameos, I thought Joan Collins was gonna be behind the damn chair. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it was just like, damn. But she came in and she took the role. Like, yeah, you forget one thing about the whole Empire thing. Lucius Lyons is Empire, which is the truth. You cannot have. That's like taking P Diddy from Bad Boy. You know what I'm saying, or whatever he's. You can't do that. It's not gonna work.
Bad Boy ain't doing that well, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think though, what is without Lucius and I forgot her name that quick. I'm sorry.
Mimi,
Huh?
Mimi.
No, not Mimi. Cookie. Thank you.
Oh, Cookie.
How can I forget Cookie? Those two belong together. Like he said in jail, I hate you, but I love you at the same time. To me, that's love. That's a relationship.
Well, well,
I mean,
I saw the. I mean, did anybody else see the storyline kind of like merging? Like you knew they were sitting there, which takes us to the B story, which is the whole Frank in prison thing, because that's when the two storylines collided. Because that's when you saw them trying to do, you know, damage to Lucius for screwing all of them over, but in the end, they needed Lucius to stay their own damn lives, because if they had down to sat there and put everything aside, like, yo, you know, because we didn't know now. I mean, as soon as this dude came in and he found Cookie's cousin, and then sitting there asking questions, as soon as Chris Rock was like, "I'm hungry." You hungry? I'm like, oh God, he's a fucking cannibal. And so I knew he was gonna do something. And
I
so,
didn't even peep that at first. I had to read that somewhere else. I was like, wait, really?
right.
So was
But
he when he was eating at the table? Was he actually eating like his flesh?
he
no,
was eating like probably liver. I think he was eating part of him. He was eating some of him.
All right,
Something.
yeah.
So because
I mean that's hard. You know, you gotta respect that. That's a scary tactic.
But you know what? Even in that scene, like looking at Chris Rock's face during that whole entire scene, like I couldn't like help but laugh because I can't take Chris Rock seriously in like this gangster role. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's hard to really take his character. Like I mean, he's such a great comedian, but when he's trying to play like these dramatic roles, it's like, dude, like no, it's like it's not
Right.
working. You know?
I mean, I think he was doing a little bit too much. I got like he trying to copy off Sopranos kind of thing.
yeah.
That's what I got.
when I thought that he was, I thought that was to me personally, that was the point. It was like you the one everybody's scared of and shit like that. That's why I think he lasted an episode. You know what I'm saying? Because if they had casted somebody like, let's say they had casted Ving Rhames or Ernie Hudson or somebody like that, that would have lasted. That would have lasted probably more than one episode, because that means that he has it out for them. That could have lasted like the first 8 episodes, him trying to take them out because, you know. But just because he's dead does not mean that that storyline's ended, which leads us into the third episode, the third C storyline, which is the daughter.
Right. Can I pose a question real quick?
Okay.
Did anyone laugh when Chris Rock started screaming when he was getting behind me?
Yeah.
Because
Go ahead.
I'm done.
No, there's a meme out there. I don't know if y'all seen it. It's a meme where they like overdub the "Everybody Hates Chris" in the thing. Yeah, like right before he gets his ass whooped, it's like everybody, and it goes so perfectly well with that scene. Like it perfectly fits. Yeah.
I have to find that one. I thought you were gonna talk about the one where it says, "Rest in peace, Frank so and so." 924.
Yeah.
I was like, stay quick with these damn memes.
But let's go back to the jail scene. That just proves how much power Lucius got, because his own men turned on him.
It's not even power. It's not even the power though. You got to think about the fact that he has money. Frank doesn't have shit, in my personal opinion. But he don't have shit. He sat there and told, I can sit there and take care of your daughter, your mother. I can get you a record deal.
But that's power. Money is power.
Yes, you're right.
Because you gotta think that rules empire. Money. And he's like, okay, well, tell him what I did for you. oh, he paid my mom's mortgage and all that. That's power, especially in jail.
But we kind of jumped the gun a little bit. Let's go back to Cookie coming home and finding her damn cousin's head in the box. 'Cause it took me actually an hour and a half later to realize that's what the fuck it was. I'm like, that looks white as fuck. I'm like, who is this white dude? Why is everybody friends with this white dude? And then her sister,
Stop crying, girl. Stop crying.
no, she just fucking hilarious. So who's the actress? Tasha Smith is her name? What's her name?
Yeah, Tasha Smith.
My God, she can't be cracking up. Just the little small stuff she was doing.
Right. Like, what made me laugh? Like, who wouldn't be crying over that? She's like, stop crying, girl. Stop crying. Like, you're not crying. Your cousin's
What
head
is
in the box.
what's the chick that she called her? Is it Tammy Faye Baker or something like that?
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah. If you don't look her up though.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. Oh, but yeah, so that was that, and then there was more than one. I'm just talking to y'all. I realized that there was more than. Usually, there's supposed to be an A, a B, and a C storyline. Here's the D storyline. Jamal's old boy came back. So as soon as I saw him, I'm like, what the fuck is Ryan? You know what I'm saying? And then he said Ryan's a hoe. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's the end of that storyline. Just that quick. He's a hoe.
End of discussion. He's a hoe.
I was just hoping that Ryan came back in, like, who the fuck is this dude? You know, I was hoping, like, yeah. Like, fight over him. You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
I mean, but I want to know how he got him back, though. That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Because I was like, how did he even bring him back? And then, which brings me into him walking to the room and seeing Miss Lawrence.
Oh Lord.
And I said, well, goddamn. That's what my damn Curio Cap versus Limit. Past the limit. I said, who pulled Miss Lawrence from the Real House, a side character out of the Real Housewives of Atlanta? That explains why he was all up on Lee Daniels at the premiere. I'm like,
but no matter how you feel about it, he was singing the crap out that song.
He really was.
He can sing his ass off. Don't get me wrong. He always could sing his ass off, but it was just like, oh my God. It was just, that's when you sit there, you can just practically see all of Black Hollywood doing this number right here. We want a part. You know, just like, tone it down a little bit.
I'm pretty sure Black Twitter own it right about now. About that whole scene.
What you think about it, Corey? You real quiet
I mean, y'all are handling this really well. I'll say that I don't know if I'd say that he can sing his ass off, because he definitely changed keys about 5 times during whatever he was singing on the desk. But that's neither here nor there, you know. A normal ear will hear whatever and think things amazing. I mean that was kind of a lot. I do think it was interesting though that it kind of made it seem like, you know, as open or as out as Jamal is about his sexuality, that I guess it's Lawrence is his name, right?
Yeah.
It kind of seemed like Lawrence was too gay for him, whatever that, you know, is supposed to mean. So it was actually it was kind of interesting, because that shows like a different dynamic within gay culture that we don't really talk about a lot, or at least it doesn't get shown a lot, especially in media, which is, you know, just because we're all gay doesn't necessarily mean that we all are as united as it seems like we are. You know, like it was kind of interesting. Like he walked in and he was there and he was trying to like interact with Jamal, and Jamal was like I don't really know how to do this, or like he was kind of too paying too much attention to like his own image. He even told his boyfriend to like turn the video off to try and like cut it out. So I thought that was interesting. I don't know if they're gonna touch on it anymore throughout the season, but I did kind of appreciate that dynamic, because it is a true dynamic that exists within our culture.
Well,
that needs to be addressed.
That is going back to how he grew up. I think if his family were more accepting and he were more around, you know, gay people like that, he probably wouldn't mind. But in a family where you have to be a man, you have to be this, you have to be strong, you have to, you know, all that, he didn't experienced that, so it's kind of like confusing to him.
I'm
And
not
then also,
taking
you kind of notice that he's still trying to prove to his father that he's,
exactly.
this lion, this beast,
Right.
Yeah.
and him being like the face of Empire. Like I'm thinking now he's becoming more selective of how he's presented, But
Exactly.
wait,
Right.
But like
Nothing happened.
but like what okay.
okay, I'll
But
never
like,
forget.
but like what Chris was saying, I agree with him 100% because to me it just embodied how Jamal has become more like his father than he really puts on. You know what I'm saying? So I felt that there's another meme going around this show. This is a Drake meme. They have a meme showing where Drake is like like Drake, and then they said Jamal season 1, and Drake kind of bulked up a little bit lately, and they got Jamal season 2. So
Oh.
I can see
I,
the difference in that because he I mean he's more look how he had and then you got to look at the old parent of his what's I would call dude Dora. I cannot remember his damn name to save my neck, but Dora Dora's kind of like the cookie is Jamal's cookie. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows all he gotta do is like touch him and feel on him and stuff like that. He's butter. Cookie can sit there and act like she don't want Lucius, but when everything's all said and done, them legs gonna wrap around that damn Lucius. You know what I'm saying? They gonna rap and then she gonna sit there and talk shit while she's rapping them.
right.
And
Right. Right.
but see, I just think that that's the thing. He knows that um Dora is his ride or die.
Yeah. Well, we got a.
I don't know about that.
I'm saying we got a comment in the Q&A. It's, Brian Lawson said, "I prefer Ryan over Michael.
Thank you.
Ryan had a hotter accent and wasn't so codependent."
Oh,
I like
but I don't believe that. 'Cause I don't believe Jamal's boyfriend would deal with all that crap. Just think about it. If Jamal did the same thing with his boyfriend as his dad did with Cookie, no, he's not gonna put up with that.
But
You know what I'm saying?
But look at it though. He came back though. If he really was not for the shit, he would not have showed back up. That not only he there, but he like works for him. Like he works with him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's some there.
But like I said, he don't care about all that. He care about the person. Now, if the person he knew changes, he gonna go like he did before. Like I said, he's there because, like I said, we don't know how he got him back. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be a mystery. I don't know if they're gonna
They ain't gonna talk about
touch on that. But anyway,
that's just too much going on. That's just too much going back and trying to fill in the holes and stuff.
right. But Jamal's not really. He's trying. He's trying to be like his dad. But what he figuring out is people are backstabbing me left and right. I can't deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
But it's one thing. See, I don't know. I can see what you're saying. Speaking of backstabbing, or literally backstabbing, or head bashing, the last piece of that's one of the last two things of the night were the whole situation with Andre and God, I forget his wife's name. What's her name? Rhonda. Andre and Rhonda. They touched on the fact that she's pregnant and that the whole Vernon thing, and they're still trying to get Empire and rule the Empire and whatnot, but they were saying something along the lines of if Lucius is cleared of Lucius cannot be prosecuted unless they find evidence and so of him murdering Bunky and stuff like that. And so I'm thinking like, okay, what's it got to do with Vernon? Also, we introduced to a new villain in the form of I can't remember. All I know is she was on Poetic Justice back in the day. And the whole exchange, it's just those names.
Okay.
That it's like, so she came in. I like the whole exchange with Lucia telling her you think because you got on a cheap ass outfit and stuff like that. If you're gonna sit here and like try to take me out and stuff, and she came back. She said something. She said, by the way, it's Tom Ford. I'm like,
Right.
There's some cheap ass Tom Ford shoes and for him to sit there calling out like that. I'm just saying.
Like Lucius said, you nothing but a cheap pair of shoes. That's all you are. And that is my hashtag for tonight. You are a cheap pair of shoes.
There was a lot of good one-liners, and the one last thing that because I did hear during the casting craze and the storylines they were dropping for season 2 during the summer that they were going to cast a young female rapper, and that young female rapper ended up being Frank's daughter, which I thought was going to be interesting. Frank Gathers, that's his name. Which is going to be interesting given the fact that Lucius killed her father. Lucius going to sign her, which makes me think that their storyline is not going to be over with. She's going to probably find out from somebody that Lucius had her father killed, and all hell is going to break loose. And so, especially she's a good rapper, and she ends up being like not powerful, but it's like successful and, well, not even successful as Hakeem, because we did find out that Jamal was going to bury Hakeem's record. And we also found out that after Frank was taken out, before Frank was taken out, Cookie sent all the family members to Lucius's house. Now I said, now where's Luke? What's his name? Derek Luke, the security guard from last year. I said, oh y'all, if he ain't there, y'all fucked. You know what I'm saying? Because you know y'all fucked because that's the house. I'm pretty sure Frank could probably like have somebody infiltrate their house if he wanted to.
Right.
But
right. Oh, I'm about to say, if Frank come back, it's gonna be a whole bunch of crap.
He can't come back. He's dead.
No, not Frank. I mean, Cookie's
You talking about
old
Darren
boyfriend.
Luke? Yeah.
Darren Luke. That's what I meant to say. Sorry, y'all. But to me, they keep saying that he's smarter than you think he is. I don't think he just got cameras in the house. I think he got microphones too.
Yeah, everybody's talking. So I'm shocked that they even sat there like Cookie's sister and Cookie just came and told them about what they did. Because I'm thinking like they're going to take the information and probably use it against her later on down the line. I mean,
Yeah.
I was also shocked. I mean, it was shocked. It kind of like a Martin moment, like a dramatic Martin moment. Okay, so we safe now? Okay, all right, get the fuck out of my damn daddy's house. Get out. Get the fuck out. And they're like, and then brother like gladly, she was like, bye.
Right.
Like, bye.
Right.
And then
Like-
Cookie realized that she did not have no power over her son no more. So,
But
that's
can we talk about that double slap though?
dude.
Who you talking to?
Lady?
They're like a pause, then she smacked him again. I thought that was so fun.
He left going to hit her. I'm like, don't do it, Jamal, don't do it. Your car get revoked though, but
But I think the meanest thing Jamal said, goodbye woman, or something close to that.
no, are you done, lady?
Yeah, are you done, lady?
Right.
But that's the thing, like, I can't get into the fact that, like, after your father pretty much, like, not pretty much, he threw you in a garbage can as a child. He never really acknowledged you even as an adult. And your mother's been, like,
There for you.
behind your back from day one. You know what I'm saying? And it's like for him to be on this whole tip where it's like, oh, you know, you turned my father in for killing my, cousin or uncle or whatever. It's like, come on now. Like,
Right.
I kind of get this whole thing that he's trying to build this alliance with his father, but it's like, how are you going to sit up there and, like, deny everything that your mother has done for you your entire life? You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's kind of like, I'm hoping they kind of like, I don't know, repair that relationship, because it's getting to the point where, like, I mean, Jamal was kind of like my number one character in season 1. And, like, now he's becoming, like, my most disliked character in season 2. And it's only been the first episode. So,
But
like,
but I ain't mean to. I'm sorry, I ain't mean to.
no, go
cut
ahead.
you
You good. No, you good. Go ahead.
I mean, but you gotta think what kind of power he got now, since he's owner of the company now.
Right.
Yeah, he's basically owner of the company.
Yeah.
And what comes with that comes stress. Comes you gotta be strong. Comes you gotta be all this and that and all that and
You
the
got to
other.
shut the door and then cry.
Pretty much.
No.
But like I said, he's not ready for this. He's all about the music. He's not all about doing all this. He don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
He
Well,
want to do his music. And to deal with all this is breaking him down bit by bit.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But
Well,
soon,
I
he,
think
soon,
that- I think I'm gonna cut you off. But I think that like Chris touched on, he got what he wants now, which he got everything he wanted. He got like access. He could put his music out. Because his record is out. It just is not charted like it's supposed to be. He's not on tour, but he got music. He's recognized for his music, and he got his daddy's love. That's all he wanted. You know what I'm saying?
No, he don't.
But he in his mind he has it.
Oh, okay.
Perception.
You know,
Okay.
it's just he in his mind. I done achieved everything I wanted to. He had his character arc is, I don't want to say crowned or just like it's the leveled. Let's say it like this. It's the, his arc has gotten to like. So now I think it's gonna be him going downhill from there on out. That's what I think it's gonna be like. He gonna probably lose everything around him. And then 9 times out of 10, he gonna probably lose Lucius's trust because the company might get taken. But Lucius gonna be out. Let's listen to the previews next for the kind of the season, and I'm thinking this is gonna be the previews for the winter part, the fall part, and then everything is gonna lead up for the 8 episodes this fall, and the 8 to come back in the spring.
I think Corey was trying to get your attention.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Corey.
Oh, I just you guys were making such interesting points. I felt like I needed to say something. I think that Jamal does have his father's love. I just don't think that he has his acceptance as to what his sexuality is. Because I feel like if he didn't have his love, then his father would never have placed him in the place that he's in now. But I will say this. When it comes to Jamal's, like, I guess it seems like he's had a turnaround. You have to remember that even through all of the crap that he's endured from his father, they've still remained a family. There was still a connection between all of the members of the family. And I think that in addition to his father giving him this mantle and him feeling like he needs to prove his worth or whatever to the father, he still feels like they're a family. So all of the other members of the family, Cookie, Hakeem, Andre, Boo Boo Kitty, all these people like coming together to try and overturn and take everything away, feels to him probably like not just a betrayal of the father, but a betrayal of him as well, because it feels like they're trying to divide the family in a way that's never actually happened thus far. So I feel like that level of betrayal makes him feel like he needs to stick up not only for Empire and his dad, but stand up like on his own against it seems like the head of the movement to try and overthrow everything, which is his mom. I mean, of course, that probably will get repaired, or come to some sort of something. But it's like, like it's not just him feeling like he needs to prove something to his father. They were a family before, but because of everything that's been going on, like they are kind of separating now into different factions. And it's kind of becoming, like I was saying last night when I was watching it, like an urban Game of Thrones. Like everybody's kind of fighting to try and be the head of Empire. Right. And Jamal, through all of this, is still trying to keep everybody together. And I feel like he's feeling that type of betrayal or that type of disheartenment because of everything that's going on to try and separate it.
Right. In my opinion on that, because I think he got his father's respect. I don't think he got his love. In that case, because he picked Jamal because he is the wise choice. Hakeem is hot-headed and can't think straight. The other one has mental problems. He's dealing with his own mental problems, so he's the right choice for that moment. That's why he picked him.
Well, I would have to say, would you think he also picked Jamal because Lucius is all about the art of manipulation. Do you think that he sat there and picked Jamal because Jamal is the easiest one, the most easy to manipulate? Is what I'm trying to say.
Yes, because he's very forgiving, and he's very innocent. Don't get me wrong. He can handle himself in cases. But he want like you said, like Corey said, he want his family to be together. He want everybody to get along. That's where the naiveness come from.
Okay.
I think it's a bit of both. Though. I think he has the talent, and Lucius, is aware of that. But I think going back to what Corey said, I think Jamal really values the whole foundation of family. And he knows that Jamal will do whatever he has to do to kind of maintain not only the family but the empire as well too. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. But it's kind of funny though because season one, I think Jamal's main mission was to destroy Empire. And now he's like basically the main person, holding it together. But I think it's a bit of both. I think it's love, but I think he also knows he can manipulate Jamal too. But I feel like Lucius is gonna, once again drop an F-bomb on Jamal or something like that. He's gonna do something so fucked up to Jamal that Jamal's gonna be right back to the Jamal of season one and be like, fuck
Right.
it, that whole thing,
Because I'm thinking, I ain't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that was it.
I think the only person that really knows Lucius and knows what depths he would go is Cookie and not Hakeem. What's the other brother? The older brother. What's his name? Andre. I think them two know the depths he would go. Because the other two don't really know how far Lucius would go to get what he need done. Except those two. That's my opinion.
Okay. I guess I was gonna probably try to end it with like our favorite. We already said the line of the night was you can't even dyke right. I mean that's it. You can't nothing else top that. Nothing else can top that. I mean, I'll be dead honest with y'all. I was too busy laughing at the fact that Marissa Tomei sat there and like I was laughing at the fact that Lucius undercut them, and when I actually started laughing when Cookie said, "I thought I told you to sleep with her," and he was like, "I did," and I laughed at that. And I missed that line.
But you
went back and rewound. I was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe she just said that."
and after that, she like, y'all tried. Y'all were cute. She was cute.
Right. Yeah.
But it's not going to happen.
And then Boo Boo Kitty's like, go ahead, take that little sweat off. And she sat there and started twerking. I called it the struggle twerk. It was a struggle twerk.
I call it the corporate twerk. That's what I call it.
What was the meme from old girl from Bob's Burgers?
Yeah.
The one they be passing around with like the girl from I can't think of her name, the teenage daughter or whatever. And when she was trying to pop it or whatever, like they connected that whole with the whole Boo Boo Kitty thing. Like, yeah, that was pretty much on point.
And then the shade thrown, you know what I'm saying? Because they were like, well, Donovan Clark gonna be at the.
That was lovely.
I was like, ooh, they just. And then they said it's about 50 Cent being thirsty. And now 50 Cent came out this morning and said some stuff about it. I ain't had a chance to read it yet, so I'm gonna go home and look at it.
See, he's thirsty though. Because why you didn't respond to that? Both him and what's the pastor name again? You just
Donnie
McClurkin. He responded to the whole episode too, and it's like, listen, if there was no truth to that, why would you even be responding in the first place?
Right.
Exactly.
I have to remind you that like this show is just uber popular. I think that was one of the things that that struck me about some of the things that people are responding to is just that they're probably inundated with people telling them to respond. Just because, I mean, it is such a cultural hit. So.
And then there's a meme going out that's saying, so we're just going to ignore P.D. Pablo on Empire. I didn't even know that. Was that him right beside Lucius in the prison?
Gotta look at those credits. Like,
I didn't know I don't know how he looks like right now. So it's just like, oh, okay.
Right. Just check your IMDb. That's all you gotta do.
And then, so, I mean, the memes were popping off last night, and I'm going to leave this question for y'all, for those who want to join me tomorrow night on the Entertainment Hangout, because I'm going to go a little bit more in depth with this question. But before even finished, Complex.com, which I don't take seriously no more because of some of the shit, one day they can't decide they like Drake or not, and then another day they can't stand Kanye or not. It's just like, okay, which one of y'all going to, y'all need to get y'all shit together over there. So they paid somebody to write an article saying is Empire the next OC, and I felt some type of way about that because I'm a big OC fan, but I know what the story behind the OC, and I know Josh Schwartz, who created the OC, is writing. Pretty much what they're trying to say is by the episode alone, Yeah, I kind of thought that was like comparing apples and rattlesnakes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
being an apple. You know,
Right.
because I mean, it's just ridiculous. Because what happened to OC was the same thing. It had Fox ordered, the initial 13 episodes for the first season, and they aired the first 7 during the summertime when there was nothing else on. They said, well, we're going to get the teenagers to sit there and get hooked on the show. It worked. Then they also ordered 20 extra episodes. Not 20, the 13 they ordered I think like a shitload more, to the point where the season ended up being 27 episodes long. It was this phenomenon, pop culture phenomenon. The cast was on every magazine imaginable except And so what ended up happening was the second season premiere. They had this big ass premiere, and then the second season just sucked. But folks did not realize that until midway into the second season. Empire hadn't even finished airing the second season premiere yet, and everybody's already calling for its head. So, I mean, is that fair? Do y'all think that's fair? And I was also met with criticism that I can't believe people was whining about all about Empire and Blackish is on. Why are they supporting Blackish? So my question to everybody is: can we have anything good without somebody complaining about it?
No.
And so, I'm gonna talk about that tomorrow.
Because
Go ahead.
I'm about to say, because everybody's so sensitive and try to be politically correct and all that crap. So no, the answer is no.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go in deep. Everybody who's watching, I'm going in depth with it tomorrow about the whole OC comparison, because that kind of pissed me off a little bit. Only because that's two different things, and let Empire give us at least 4 more episodes so we can sit there and say, okay, this season sucks, But that person has seen the first 2 episodes. But I think that the error with a lot of people, because it did something that network television show has not done. It grew doubled each week it was on TV. Each week. And then this is coming from a society where they think that black people can't hold a TV show by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Right. But it's not just black, it's blacks, whites, Hispanics. Every culture is watching this show and they're talking about it because it's so over the top. You know what I'm saying? It is Ocean's Dynasty. You know what I'm saying? So, and Dynasty did the same thing. They brought in different celebrities. I remember they had one party where they had every damn, I think, politician going on in the Denver, politicians and celebrities and stuff. So it's history repeating itself though, but I'm just like, Dynasty didn't really fall off until like this 6th or 7th season or something like that. So, and I still love the show. I'm just saying. But anyway, so is there anything else anybody wants to discuss?
I got one more question about.
I hate Jamal singing.
Oh Lord, yes.
I know I'm late. I'm sorry, I'm late. Hey guys.
No, you're right on time with that though.
Right.
Yeah, we did talk about how everything he sings pretty much sounds the same now. I guess, him being new and fresh, season 1 is just like, do you have a different sound? Is it
right?
That scene when he was in the studio with Gabby Sidibe's character, and it sounded like he was like, I don't know, a lamb being strangled or something. It was just,
oh my god.
There was a beat like that. It was like Jamal and it had a goat next to a microphone.
No. One scene that made me turn off Jamal singing when there was a rap battle last season.
Oh my god.
And he got up there. I was like, oh god, Jamal gonna rap. He gonna show another talent. And he started singing. I was like, what are you doing?
Who does that?
What happened?
Only on Empire.
I'll go bring a knife to a gunfight. There we go.
Oh god. Yeah, that was pretty much the equivalent.
Damn. Corey, what you got to say last singing?
I mean, the hum said everything.
I mean, he does have a very like warbly like tone. I mean, it's kind of like Michael Jackson's tone when Michael Jackson tried to sing soft stuff. Michael Jackson's vibrato was like really it fluttered. It fluttered. We're actually trying not to. We're actually trying not to cut people off. That's the whole point of this podcast. So just let me finish. So hold up, Taylor. I'm gonna let you finish. It's just. No, but I mean, like it has similar qualities to Michael Jackson's. I'm not saying that it's the exact same, but it has that same kind of fluttery aspect to it. It makes it so that it gets old kind of fast if you don't do stuff about it. I just feel like the songs that they're making for him to sing are also in question more than his voice is. Because there was some stuff that he did last season that I thought was really good vocally, but it was the way the songs were written. Like, whatever he was doing in the studio with Gabby's character, it just kind of felt like, well, what is this? Because you're not doing anything that's like that's necessary. Like, it could have been anything else. Like, he could have been re-singing something that he had done last season instead of whatever that was. Because I didn't get it. It just felt like you're just sitting, like you're trying to come up with something on the spot, and it didn't feel like it. It didn't feel like something that needed to be there. Especially since we're trying to put you out there as like a person that can sing. I mean, take notes from Glee if you have to, Fox. But I mean, like every time one of those white children sang, like it was on point.
Not white children.
Not white children.
even though they all were like 32, pretending to be like 16.
Right.
I mean, every time they opened their mouths to sing something, like it was on point. Every time somebody opens their mouth in Empire, I'm never really sure if it's gonna be good or not. That's not even just Jamal. That's even like the people who rap. Like sometimes last season when Hakeem spit, it was just kind of like, well, this is the best y'all could come up with at this point in time for this song. Like,
Drip.
Like y'all got a lot of people. Y'all got a lot of people, like a lot of big name people working on this music, and this is the best you could come up with.
Right.
Like, I kind of feel like y'all should really be doing it bigger, at least in the music aspect, because that's what it's supposed to be about.
Right. But do you think that you're just afraid to experiment now that Jamal is a well-liked character and a well-known character now? You're like, okay, we're just gonna stick to his normal voice tone. We ain't gonna experiment or nothing. Do you think that's it?
Well, I don't think that they need to experiment with his voice tone. I mean, they're like 95% of the artists that are out recording now sound exactly the same, no matter what song they sing on. There's just the songs that are written for them as to how you change your tone. So, I don't know. I think the first episode wasn't so much about the music. At some point, hopefully this season, they'll get back to that. But, I mean, that was kind of the whole draw of this show, was that it was supposed to be, all black cast for the most part. And it's supposed to be, like, some sort of, like, soap, like primetime soap meets, like, Glee, but, like, an urban type of flair to it. And so last season, like, I felt like that original music, and I appreciated that. Of course, it's just the first episode. So because a lot happened in it, we're starting to talk about it now like it's been on for half a season, and it's still only one episode. So hopefully they'll get back to that, or hopefully they'll, like, bring it back a little bit. Maybe, like, this first episode wasn't really about showing Jamal's ability to sing. It was about setting up something different. So that's kind of why, like, every time he tried to start doing anything musically, like, it kept getting interrupted. So I think it'll get better. I just hope that it does, because if it doesn't, then I probably won't.
Well,
be stupid.
well, with all those cameos, it felt like half a season. So
Didn't it?
I know. It was a lot in one episode, but I was thinking we probably need to start wrapping it up.
That's probably ready to do.
Yeah, it's for all those Chandraland people, Grey's Anatomy's coming on.
Oh, no, it's Heroes Reborn. Thanks.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes, that's right.
High five on that. High five on that.
Well, I'm glad that all of my panelists joined me for this episode. Hopefully you guys will tune in next week. Yes, we have to go to Shondaland, and we have to go to the Heroes Land and stuff like that. So tune in next week as we talk about next week's episode. Hope to see you guys there. Have a nice evening.
Bye.
Good night.